my darlings. It is Monday morning. It is the most blusterous Monday morning that I've known for a very long time. I woke up to the sound of wind just hurling down our chimney pipes? Chimney flumes? What are they called? Flues, chimney stacks. It's windy is the moral of the story this morning. I have just done my first Reformer Pilates session since I got the flu, and my ribs are still quite sore. I had to go quite easy on some of the exercises, and I do feel, like I said in the last vlog after the Pilates, I do feel like I've lost quite a lot of strength, which is very sad because I was literally saying before I got the flu that I was feeling the healthiest and strongest I think I'd ever felt. So it's back to square one, which is a shame, but yeah, still a really great class. Alex is a fantastic teacher, so that was super. She actually was saying that the schedule is going to be switching around in a couple of weeks' time because apparently the club, Bamford the club, is going to be opening in a couple of weeks. Is that sunshine? Oh my gosh, don't remember what that is. Wow, can you see how quickly the clouds are moving? That shows how windy it is. Yeah, I say apparently because the club is meant to be opening in a couple of weeks' time, but I just had a look out the windows on the top floor where you can overlook it, and it is nowhere near being ready. They're still like doing brickwork outside the building, so they're saying it's going to be a soft launch, but they're still going to be taking our money, so we shall see. Anyway, did a little shop in the farm shop as always, got some essentials, got a couple of peonies which I'm probably going to plant tomorrow because we might have a frost tonight. Got my oat milk chai latte, and she told me the syrup that they use, so it's called Nemi, N-E-M-I, so I'm going to buy that one so I can make this at home. And they use minor figures oat milk here, so maybe I need to try that one as well. I will of course try it with my own. Anyway, I'm very pleased that the sun has come out because I did want to trot down to, sorry, it's making my arm. Oh, okay, this is the worst camera angle ever. I'm going to just see if the woods in Hook Norton are on my way home now, because I would quite like to go and see, firstly, if it's there, and secondly, just grab some Hook Norton woods. It is pretty much on my way home. I'm just going to very quickly watch my YouTube video from last year because I think I said in that video exactly where you need to park in order to access it. So yes, I'm going to have a little look back at my own videos and hopefully we can go and find some wild garlic. Found my video from last year. I'll leave it up on the screen here. Funnily enough, I filmed that video on the I uploaded it on the 28th of April, so an entire month and a bit further into the year than we are now. So who knows if I'm actually going to be able to find anything or if it's just going to be little tiny baby bits of wild garlic. But the location for anyone local, should I tell you? Well, I mentioned it in the last video. It is at the very bottom of Tite Hill, T-I-T-E, Tite Hill in Hook Norton. Park up, there's not much parking, there's literally room for 2 cars. So better maybe if you park in the village and then walk in. It's just up this little public walkway and you walk across the field and then you're in the woodland and hopefully there'll be some there. Last year it was a beautiful blue sky day. I think I was wearing a cute little dress. Today, it's so blusterous, I feel like I might get knocked down by a rogue branch, and it's raining, so not as romantic, but never mind, let's go and see if we can find anything. It's turning into quite the intrepid adventure, as it was last year. It's so muddy, oh my gosh. I'm so glad I wore white, clean shoes. If it gets any steeper, I don't even know if I'll be able to get up. I've just realised, of course, it's probably going to be getting down that's going to be harder, and I'm going to end up on my bottom covered in mud. Oh, and just as it starts pouring with rain and I left my umbrella in the car, those are the woods that we are heading to. Please let it be worth it. Oh my gosh, that was quite the mission. I nearly got blown away out there, but thankfully, obviously nowhere near as much as last year because it's still very early in the wild garlic season, but there are plenty of wild garlic leaves such as this one, which are big enough to pick. So I'm just going to pick enough. I did bring some secateurs, but you can just pinch them. I'm just going to get enough for a couple of risottos and some pesto, and then head back into the warm car because it's bloomin' miserable out here. Hello again, my darlings. It is now like 3 hours later. Back home, I've done a little bit of work, had some lunch, picked up a few salad boxes at Daylesford, and I've showered, and I used the bristle attachment on my Dyson Airwrap because I wanted to see what my colour looked like. I haven't washed my hair since my colour appointment at Michael Van Clark, which was on Friday. So yeah, I always think that your colour settles when you wash with your own shampoo. I always make sure to use a colour protecting shampoo and conditioner, especially in the weeks after getting my hair coloured. I'll show you what I use actually in a second because it is the best. So, little poll quiz question to the audience. Lighting wise, so if you watched the last vlog where I was with Susie and Victoria at the Connaught for the wonderful International Women's Day event, you might have seen that we were all getting very excited over Susie's little light that she had on her person. she clipped it onto her phone, and she clipped it onto her vlogging camera, and it just made the lighting amazing in dark settings. Now it's obviously still daylight and we're going into spring, so hopefully lack of lighting isn't going to be such an issue for me moving forward. But this is just a little Amazon light, and it's got this clip down at the bottom, so if you're filming Instagram stories or TikToks, you can clip it onto the top of your phone and then you just turn it on and nothing happens. There we go. And it probably, yeah, I mean, you can see the difference is quite amazing. So for anyone that struggles with lighting, I think it was like £30 or something. See there, I'm holding it up against camera. I wonder if I can actually clip it on top of my camera lens. How's that? I can't actually see my face though, that's a bit of a problem. Is that any better? I think it actually might be because I like to film with the Aga and the stone wall in the background. Yeah, I guess if I come closer, sorry, this is probably very boring talking about lighting. It's one of those things that you care a lot about if you are a YouTuber, but if you're not a YouTuber or content creator, you could not give a hoot about. So I shall move swiftly on, but I will leave the light linked in the description box just in case you want to know the exact one. So, on to more wholesome topics. Wild garlic. It was a successful foraging mission. It was wet, muddy and miserable, but we got what we set out for, which is a bowl of very fragrant wild garlic. I could tell by the leaf cuttedness that other people had also already been picking in the woods. And I think we've got at least another month of wild garlic season. So I'm going to share with you the recipes that I'm going to be making today. Haven't decided yet what the second one's going to be because I'm yet to rummage in the cupboard and see what ingredients I've got. But I was just watching a Liz L video. She was talking about cold water therapy and wild garlic, which are two of the things which I love at this time of year. And she made a wild garlic oil, which I thought sounded fantastic and very versatile. So one of the things you can do with wild garlic oil, as well as drizzling over pasta, you could drizzle it over a warm piece of bread, pop it over salads. Ooh, oh my gosh. We've got these Daylesford roast tomato soups. Imagine drizzling some wild garlic olive oil over the top of that. Yummy. So the first thing that you need to do, oh, and basic rules of foraging. Obviously you can't forage from private land. Make sure it is public land, like the footpath and woodland that I just walked through. You can't forage from National Trust properties. I mean, who's gonna know, but don't do it. And when you are foraging, you want to firstly make sure that you're picking the right thing. Wild garlic is probably the easiest thing in the entire world to forage because it just smells like garlic. I'll pop a picture of how it looks in a few weeks' time. You might be able to see these very iconic little wild garlic flowers, which are basically mini versions of these. These are little garlic alliums that I did in the posy glasses yesterday. And wild garlic, when it's growing out in the wild, often has lots of little white flowers with it. They're teeny tiny, and I would say the smell is the main thing, so that you know what you are picking. When you're picking, another kind of countryside code is to obviously not pick too much, don't be greedy. Normally wild garlic literally blankets the floor of a woodland, so you don't need to worry too much, but when you're foraging flowers, branches, anything edible, then always leave enough, leave plenty for other people, and of course for wildlife. That is just the polite way to forage. So making any kind of herb oil, whether it's wild garlic oil, basil oil, coriander oil, any kind of oil, rosemary oil, if you're into your TikTok hacks. I personally would rather just buy rosemary oil. I think it's probably, I think it does need to be mixed with things to have the hair benefits. Anyway, all you need to do is essentially heat up your item with some oil on the hob, blend it and strain it. Very, very easy. But anything you forage does need to be cleaned first. So I'm going to give these a rinse, and then we can start making something yummy. Okay, so this oil and wild garlic leaf concoction was on the high temperature for about 30 seconds, and then I didn't want the olive oil to get too hot, so I brought it onto the lower temperature for about 5 minutes, and then I've just let that sit for another 5 minutes just to add to the infusion. Now I'm going to add this entire mixture into my Thermomix, completely blitz it together, and then strain. My mouth is literally watering already, just imagining this over some beautiful fresh al dente pasta. Ooh, this is making me excited to make a pesto. I just want to try it. You know what, I feel like that could be stronger. I'm actually just gonna, do you know what, I'm gonna return this to the hob with more wild garlic. Or maybe it is quite garlicky. I don't know, I like mega garlic, so I'm going to add some more. Change my mind, seeing as my mouth is very garlicky. I think it is strong enough. So I've got an old clean jar. This is quite a dense sieve. It's got very small holes, and I'm just gonna strain it into here. Okay, now I've got this like wild garlic paste left in my sieve, which I'm obviously not going to waste. I'm actually just going to tip this back into the Thermomix, and we found a giant tin of olive oil in the store, so I am going to make some pesto with the remnants of my oil and some other ingredients too. This really wasn't that much effort at all, but still next time I will make a bigger quantity, because that for me is like 3 pasta dishes and I'm definitely going to need more than this. And there we go, my homemade foraged wild garlic oil. Please excuse my rattly kettle in the background as always, but next up, so I'm going to make the wild garlic pesto, and I make mine with walnuts because pine nuts are so expensive. and I think the walnuts taste just as good. You can always do a mixture if you so desire. So I've got a big bowl of the wild garlic leaves, which I previously washed, and I don't think I need to chop them any smaller. I think they'll be fine. I'm going to be using the zest and juice of half a lemon, 1 singular garlic clove, which is good that that's all it requires because that's all I've got left in the house. Need to add some to our shopping list. I'm going to be using some parmesan. You can also use pecorino. Some walnuts. As I said, you can use pine nuts, but walnuts are far more affordable. And then some good quality olive oil. You can use rapeseed oil, but I personally prefer olive oil. And we have got this ginormous tub of Honest Toil extra virgin olive oil. And I actually bought this on a whim. It was a bit of an impulse purchase. Remember when we were in Bath for Valentine's Day, we went to an incredible restaurant called Oak, O-A-K, as in wooden oak. And it was an incredible restaurant. I think it was all completely plant-based actually, and they used a lot of local farmers, local produce, and it was just delicious. And I went on their Instagram to have a little bit of a snoop, and I noticed that they partner, or they use this Honest Toil extra virgin olive oil. It is a Greek olive oil, unfiltered, cold pressed, organic, and if it's good enough for them, then it's good enough for me. And I think that this giant tub was actually pretty good value. Now I can't remember how I open it. Gonna have to get Charlie to help me with that one. But these are the ingredients for the walnut pesto, and it's just a case of blending everything together. So I've just added some boiling water to this jar, and I'm leaving it for about 5 to 10 minutes, and that should hopefully sterilize it so that the pesto will last and stay fresh as long as possible. Meanwhile, over in the Thermomix, I have added all the dry ingredients, so basically not too much lemon zest and not the olive oil, into here, and I've blended it together so you get a kind of paste. And now with the motor running slowly, I'm going to add in the olive oil bit by bit and the lemon juice, and then season and basically just keep tasting it until it is my desired flavour. A little bit rogue here, but when I was cleaning out my Thermomix, I thought I don't really want that to go to waste, and equally I really want to try a little bit of pesto pasta. So I have been cooking a little bit of pasta. This is a little bit of pasta water blended in here with what was left in here from making the pesto. So in my head, that is like the dreamiest pasta sauce. Adding in my twiddly pasta, not sure the technical name of this one, and let's stir it in. Oh yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, heaven, heaven, heaven. What is your problem today? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna add in a little spoonful of the good stuff. And a bit more seasoning. Do you know what would be amazing if I made my egg and parmesan concoction to turn this into a carbonara? But I feel like that's a bit excessive, seeing as this is actually just a 4 p.m. snack. Let's give it a try. So good. This is how much I don't want to waste any of this pesto. I'm literally scraping it off the lid of the Thermomix. we have it, my darlings, my first bowl of this year's wild garlic pesto pasta. Now I cannot wait to dig in. Okay, my darlings, that was quite possibly actually one of the best pasta dishes I have ever made myself, which is definitely saying something. It was delicious, but oh my gosh, I am so garlicky. I didn't even think that wild garlic was that fragrant, but I am mega garlicky, and I'm pretty sure I have got wild garlic in my teeth. But anyway, it's 5 o'clock now, and I need to do a little bit of work. I've got today very topsy-turvy, but I did mention a few products that I wanted to share with you. First of which is the shampoo and conditioner that I'm using at the moment. The lighting in here now is very warm, so it's not showing the true colour of my hair, but you saw it earlier. But anyway, in a bid to preserve the colour, this is the set that I'm currently using. I actually have these little gift sets which come with the Colour Motion shampoo, conditioner and structure mask. The mask is like a mega better version of Olaplex. It's very good at bonding the hair, so great at rebuilding the hair structure, which is fantastic after you've had your hair coloured, and of course the whole range is protective of your colour. It's not going to make it fade, which is amazing. So this set here from Wella is my absolute favourite, especially when straight after having had my hair coloured. Okay, the next thing I have to share with you could not be more perfectly timed if we tried, because I have to share with you an absolutely beautiful limited edition new lilac sonic toothbrush from Spotlight Oral Care, my absolute favourites. I have the white one, let me show you. I apologise, it does have a little bit of makeup on it, but this is the toothbrush that I use every single day up here in my dressing room, and then I have got the Spotlight Oral Care toothpaste as well. But I wanted to share with you this incredible new limited edition lilac colourway because it is absolutely beautiful. I think I will be giving this to Charlie's mum as a Mother's Day gift, which sounds like a really boring Mother's Day gift, but actually I think it is a very practical gift and something that I know she will love and use, and those are the best kinds of gifts. But if you're in the market for a new electric toothbrush, then I cannot recommend this one any more highly. So Spotlight Oral Care is a brand founded by two sisters in 2016. Not only are the products just so aesthetically, ergonomically beautiful, I love having this out on my sink area. I think it's a really beautifully designed product. It's also a brand that has sustainability at the forefront. You won't find loads of excessive plastic in the packaging of the Sonic toothbrushes, in all of their formulas, such as in their toothpaste and in their teeth whitening strips and their other products. They are all free from nasty ingredients, which, as you know, is very, very important to me. And most of their products, at least most of the ones that I have got, they're all designed with whitening in mind as well. So for example, the toothbrush, this has a whitening mode for intense surface stain removal, which if you're a coffee drinker like I am, or basically anything, it's not just coffee, it's smoothies, it's things that we eat on an everyday basis, red wine, so many things that we consume can be very staining to our teeth. This has got, I think it's 3 different modes, 3 different speeds of vibration. So whether you've got sensitive teeth, you just want a general cleaning mode, or you want a super intense surface stain removal mode, then this has got you covered. Inside the box, let's do a little unboxing. And inside here, you will have seen me talking about this and showing you this loads before. I've also got a beautiful rose gold version, which you'll have seen on our trip to the Maldives. Comes with me absolutely everywhere when I'm traveling. That's actually not the one that I wanted to undo first. Inside the box, you actually get 9 months worth of toothbrush heads. They recommend that you change them every 3 months. By the way, this isn't even normal plastic, this is biodegradable. You get a travel pouch, which is so handy, literally the handiest thing in the entire world. This is so beautiful. I absolutely love this. I think Charlie's mum is going to love it as well. I've just realised that the day you're watching this is going to be Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to any mums watching. Yeah, the travel case is just super handy. If you want, you could keep it in your house in this if you want to be super neat and tidy, but it's just fantastic for travelling. Charlie always gets envy when he sees me with my very nifty travel case, so I did actually ask for a black version as well, which he is going to get, which he'll be very grateful for. As I mentioned, the lilac is limited edition, so you might have to be a little bit speedy when it comes to picking up the lilac, but the white is my all-time favourite. This is the bestseller, and I'm sure they will have stock of that in. Before we go any further as well, they have actually got a sale on at the moment, but you can use code Josie5 to get yourself an extra 5% off the sale, and that is only valid for today. And then you can use, if you're not watching this the day that it comes out, you can use code Josie40 and that will get you 40% off, which basically brings you back up to the sale price, which is amazing, just in case you missed it. This is a premium product, beautifully designed, beautifully made, incredible quality. I love everything that the brand stands for, that the two founding sisters stand for. They are, of course, dentists themselves with a lot of technical knowledge. So when you're on the go, that sits in there, and you can of course add your little heads in there as well. You also get, as I mentioned, replacement heads, very handy, and this absolutely adorable little charging port. Even the charging port is cute. The battery I find absolutely incredible on these. I very rarely find myself having to charge them, whereas I did have an electric toothbrush before this. Had all of these unnecessary settings. I just never used it. Let me know down below if you've ever had a fancy toothbrush or any fancy bit of technology and you just only use it for the job that it's designed for. You never end up using those silly settings. And I had to charge it every single day, which was just absolutely ridiculous. I'm so sorry if you can hear the rain hammering down outside, by the way, but yeah, the one that I keep on my sink up here, I actually only charge this maybe once a month, I would say, if that. And my travel one, I just charge it before every trip because I don't want to run out when I am abroad somewhere, but none of them have ever run out of battery on me, so that is saying something. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of the brand. Sustainability wise, this is actually made of sugarcane, so it's not even plastic, and I don't believe any other toothpaste brands go that far. Their whitening strips are palm oil free. They just care for the planet, they care for what we consume. No nasty ingredients, PETA approved, recyclable, formulated to protect, desensitize and remineralize enamel. Yeah, it is by far my favourite dental brand, which might sound like a weird thing to say, but actually these are products that we use every single day. So out of everything, every random product category that I talk about, this is actually probably one of the most important, so definitely make the most of the discount code. If you have not replaced your toothbrush in a little while, then use this as your little nudge to treat yourself, whether it is the beautiful new lilac colour, which I really think is quite spectacular, or if you just want to go for the classic white, if you want to treat your husband, boyfriend, son, brother, dad to the black one, they are also fabulous. And yeah, I'll leave the links and the discount codes down below. I know you guys are already familiar with these because there's literally always one on my bedside table. Charlie and I are also both huge fans of their mouthwash. Basically every single product that Spotlight come out with, we absolutely adore. So yes, now Charlie's mum gets to have one. So happy Mother's Day to Viv. Don't worry, my mum has already got one. She's not missing out. Now I just need to repackage this, put it all back together again. Sorry, one last thing, it's such a minor thing, but I love that it charges on a USB and not those old-fashioned bathroom chargers, because we don't have bathroom chargers in this house, which makes it a little bit challenging. Whereas these ones, we can just charge from our plugs with our iPhones. Amazing. Little things, eh? Little things. So now that I've shown you that, I'm going to go and brush my teeth because I am so garlicky. Can you hear that rain hammering down on the window outside? It's so miserable. And by the way, this is also suitable for those with sensitive teeth. In fact, it's really good for sensitive teeth. So basically, perfect for everybody. can't believe how much wild garlic just came out of my teeth when I was washing my teeth just then. Washing my teeth? Brushing my teeth. I know already that I'm going to be really angry with myself when I'm editing this that I didn't brush my teeth before that chat, because I bet all you could see when I was doing that talk was all of the green in my teeth. Anyway, I do this about once a week. This is my little teeth whitening pen from Spotlight Oral Care. It's literally like a little paintbrush for your teeth. And it is very effective at whitening, and I will do this, like paint my teeth, and then I'll pop my Invisalign back on, and it's kind of like keeps the formula on my teeth. Okay, after that little break, I have just spent the last half an hour on my phone just literally scrolling through TikTok. I'm going to start making some dinner. Charlie's getting his sports massage done. I'm going to do a plant-based lentil dal. We've got some mushrooms, some chili, some lime, coconut milk, onion, lentils, and then I also have these wholemeal pita breads. So it should be a nice filling and healthy dinner. Charlie's always quite hungry after his sports massage, and I'm not that hungry because of the pasta, so I'm not going to make a ginormous portion, but yeah, should be nice and hearty for a very blusterous Monday evening. Good morning, my darlings. A very quick good morning from me this morning, and what appears to be a very dirty mirror. I need to give this a clean. It's now Tuesday morning. I am about to do my first PT session since I got the flu. So I'm gonna have to ask Simon to go very, very easy on me. Ribs are still pretty sore and energy levels still not what they used to be. So yeah, this is gonna be just seeing what muscle I still have left. And then I'm heading into London for a day stay, which is going to be a really nice day. I have got a lunch with the Wedding Edition and Joe Loves, which will be so lovely. And then I'm meeting my wonderful friend Hannah, who I've not seen in forever, so can't wait to catch up with her and her sweet little boy Leo. I think we're just going to go for coffee and cake at Selfridges or something, so it's going to be a really nice day. Also quite looking forward to just sitting down on the train and just getting a bit of work done. I find on the train I'm quite productive. Anyway, I need to get down to the gym, so I'll catch up with you shortly. again, my darlings. It's a couple of hours later. I'm on the way into Banbury to catch the train, hopefully catch the train into London. I'm at the make or break traffic lights, which you're sat at forever and you can literally miss your train on the... Oh, we're going. Be right back. Okay, made it to the train station in time with 11 minutes to spare. Gave myself a good amount of time this morning because there's a lot of roadworks being done on our road because there are so many potholes that need filling. It is like pothole-orama around here and they are big. Like if you fell in one, you'd actually either never come out again or you'd break your leg because they're like big jagged edges, and I would say some of them are like a meter deep. I can't believe my wheels are still intact. It's a March miracle. But yeah, so personal training after 3 weeks off. Luckily Simon did go very easy on me as I requested, as you'll have seen. Normally I would do weighted squats with 20 kilogram. Today I did 12. We did lunges without weights. Normally I'd have 12 in each hand, I think. No, that's too much, maybe 8 in each hand. Didn't do any of the like lifting weights because I'd started to get really heavy on them. I think I got up to like 50 or something, which for someone of my frame size is quite heavy. But yeah, we didn't do any of that today. He said I'll probably feel a little bit of DOMS tomorrow, which I'm not, which is fine. But yeah, made it to the station. I have popped on, I'm not doing anything with my hair because it's a rainy day, so I thought there's no point in doing anything, but I have got my Dyson Corral in my ginormous handbag in case I want to do something before the lunch, because I love events with Wedding Edition because the girls always get so dressed up and it's just lovely. It's a very elegant group of ladies and a few gentlemen that always go to the events, and yeah, it's just nice to have an excuse to get dressed up. I have to say, this coat was one of the best things I ever purchased. It was one of those things where when I walked out a shop, you know when your heart just goes ugh, and I thought, wow, that is so much money that I've spent on a coat. If you don't, if you haven't seen the vlogs from a while ago when I got this is a Dior coat, but I got it at like 70% off in Bicester Village, so it was still obviously very expensive, and it was like 1 season old, so it wasn't even an old style, but it was so much money and it was such a quick purchase decision because I was there with Em and Emily and Freddie, and you know when your friends there and they're hyping you up and they're like, yeah, it looks amazing, and I was like, yeah, I love it. And then afterwards I was like, wow, am I actually going to wear this? But as you probably notice, I wear it so much. I absolutely love it. I think it is without doubt my favourite coat in my wardrobe. So yes, and then underneath is the lovely, I think is it Vince that I showed you a couple of vlogs ago. I'll show you a full length outfit when I can, but for now I had to park miles away because it's so busy in this car park. Got my secateurs in case I want to do any foraging while I'm driving. I'm going to get to the platform and I will catch up with you when we are at the hotel for the lunch. Spectacular welcome at the Lanesborough. Oh my goodness. Thank you. What is this one?
This is a rose within a rose.
That sounds spectacular. I'm so thrilled that the girls are here. Sorry. She looks so sad. I just said to the girls that came in, think about Wedding Edition events. Isn't the vibe just so good? Oh my goodness, these girls, I feel like I've made such incredible friends from these events, and they just, it's another level. We met at Wedding Edition event. We did? We met at the Wedding Edition event. It was at the show because you two already knew each other before that. Did we? I don't know. We get very deep. We get drink a bit of wine, and then the conversation the wine that's made the last event. I think I remember dancing on the tables holding the parachute as a microphone. Oh my god. And people kept turning off our cameras because they were like, what is this? No one can film this. But do you know what? I've had girls say, I have that on my camera roll. I was like, oh, that is not to be posted. I don't want to show you on this phone. Oh, no. Okay, goodbye. Cancelled. Rather telling things. When there is too much wine and girls, like, we're all kind of granny age, like we don't go out that much. Well,
I don't get off my hill. I told you. I don't get off my hill.
Off the hill.
Oh my goodness.
So these events are always just the most gorgeous ladies in a fantastic mood, because how could you not be? And
Just having the most.
yeah, and the room smells amazing because
Oh yeah, absolutely.
what is this? White, rose and lemon something or other. Heavenly.
Today we're actually my favourite event space in the whole of London, the Mumblr Vlogs.
Good morning, my darlings. It is a frosty morning today, which is not good for my garden. If you ever wondered why gardeners care so much about frost, if you ever want to know the weather forecast, ask a gardener, because they know. It's because frost kills so many little young flowers and plants. And at this time of year, everything is in its infancy. So you can see, well, you might not be able to see, but on our wonderful ornamental pear trees, they're just about coming into bud. In fact, on this one here, I can see the first flower. I think it's the first out of all of them. And the frost could absolutely kill that off. I remember the first year we moved here, and farmers and gardeners still talk about the May frost of 2020. It killed so many things. But the weather, because it's been warm and it's been cold, everything, all the plants are so confused, so it's a bit crazy. But beautiful nonetheless. And it's going to be, hopefully, a rather glorious day. A proper good morning to you, my darlings. So I didn't manage to finish vlogging yesterday. I think the last thing I showed you was our fabulous lunch at the Lanesborough. That room, oh my gosh, it's called the Belgravia room. It's literally just as you come in at Lanesborough. I can't help but feel that that's got to be one of London's best event spaces. It was just absolutely gorgeous. So the Joe Loves team were explaining the importance of scenting at your wedding, and how they've obviously got the most beautiful candles and diffusers and perfumes. And Joe Loves is the brand that is owned by Joe Malone, who founded Joe Malone London. Joe Malone London, the traditional, in fact you're balancing on a Joe Malone London body lotion, is now owned by Estee Lauder. And Joe Malone, the lady herself, she now owns the brand Joe Loves, which she founded, and that is her current baby. And the scents are absolutely gorgeous. I've got their new scent here, which is Ebony and Cassis. Just the most gorgeous, deep, rich, like, oh, heavenly. Oh my gosh, I love that. And Joe's fragrances are all inspired by her personal memories. The one that I fell in love with at the lunch yesterday, it was called White Rose and Lemon Tree. I think that was the correct name. The room actually was fragranced by that with the giant candles, and that was inspired by an English country garden. So how gorgeous is that? Then I went to meet Hannah, my wonderful friend Hannah, in the toy department at Selfridges, so that we could play with some of the toys with her little boy Leo for a bit. And then we went to the Elan Cafe. I'll show you a clip here on the screen of the drink that I had. It was amazing. It was a pistachio, it's called a pistachio frappe, and I had it with oat milk. It was so good. It was one of the nicest drinks I think I've ever had. Dread to think what is in it, but it was a real treat. I have just showered, as you might be able to guess. Already popped Le Serum on this morning, my Clé de Peau Le Serum, and my little dream team, Shiseido Power Infusing Eye Concentrate and their Ultimune Serum. Super anti-aging, and really gets the skin, it's almost like a kick into action for your skin, so I love that range. I feel like I need hand cream this morning. Aurelia's Aromatic Repair and Brighten Hand Cream. There we go. Today, I've actually got a road trip and a big meeting today, so I'm not sure how much I will be able to vlog. And then George and Petra, Charlie's brother, and his girlfriend Petra. I feel like I don't need to say who they are anymore. I think I talk about them enough. You know who George and Petra are. They are coming to stay with us tonight, which is going to be good fun. Not sure where they're going to sleep though, because, well, maybe in the attic bedroom, which is now green. Thanks, Charlie. Yes, he is. He's like a I don't know, like, I was gonna say like the Grinch turning everything green, but that's not what the Grinch does. But yeah, actually I do approve of the painting of the attic bedroom, because Pink Room has been not repainted, but touched up by Andrew. That sounds a bit weird. The painting has been touched up by Andrew because, like we said in the garden room, the room which was cream and is now green, the panelling in this house since we moved in has moved quite a lot. So there were like quite a few gaps in the paintwork where the wood has settled. So it just took Andrew a couple of days to touch up the Pink Room so there's no gaps anymore. And all the furniture from the Pink Room is currently in the garden room. So those two bedrooms are out of order unless George and Charlie move the furniture back into the Pink Room later, which is a possibility. I'm not sure if they will. So yeah, that's something to look forward to this evening, but I'm not sure how much I will be able to vlog today because of this day-long meeting and lots of time in the car. I've just popped on the LMS Pro Collagen Rose Marine Cream, and my discount code for LMS is still active for another 10 days or so. This is going out on Mother's Day, isn't it? I think, yes, so you'll have missed Mother's Day for the LMS treats, but hopefully you remembered it from the last vlogs. I think I'm going to sort my hair out while my moisturiser sinks in, and then we'll do a very quick natural makeup look together. Okay, I've just done the initial blast with the hairdryer. What I'm going to do this morning, and I only want to spend like maximum 8 minutes doing my makeup, that's what I've allocated, and I use a little timer on the camera to time myself, because we need to get going, we need to be on the road in 25 minutes, and my hair is soaking wet, and I want to make myself a smoothie, but I want to just have a little play around with makeup products that I don't normally use on an everyday basis because I get so stuck in a rut, and I show you the same things every single time I do my makeup. Something that I love, and when I've finished my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, I will probably use this as a daily thing, but it's quite a premium product. The Victoria Beckham by Augustina Spader Golden, I don't know if you'd call it a serum, or it's a cell rejuvenating priming moisturizer is the correct technical term, and as you may be able to see, it just gives you a golden base to work with. So if you want to look healthy and as though you have been eating all of your greens, which is quite a treat, but it sure is awful stuff to eat. Is that Bambi? I think that's from Bambi, isn't it? Isn't it funny? I've not watched that film probably in 20 years, and yet I still remember that. I've got a really wiry hair. I can't get it because my hand's covered in moisturiser, just like pronging up like an antennae. Okay, haven't used, oh, do you know what I haven't used a lot lately? Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. I got this on Look Fantastic with my own discount code. So the Look Fantastic discount code, by the way, had a few questions on Instagram. I think the code itself is JosieFearLF. It's available on, it works on like 80% of products on Look Fantastic. The discount varies, so I can't say, oh, get 20% off your foundation with JosieFearLF. So basically, just fill your basket with all of your essentials from Look Fantastic, whether it's your serums or your hairsprays or your moisturizers or your foundations, and then just stick the discount code in and see what happens. That would be my recommended. We do have a discount directory on my blog, which you can which you can always refer to for all of the discount codes, and we try and keep that as up to date as possible. What other discount codes do I have? I think my Aurelia discount code is like a permanently on one, which is great. Obviously I mentioned yesterday, was it yesterday? I don't know. I mentioned the Spotlight oral care, so your toothbrush, your toothpaste, best toothbrush in the entire world. In fact, I might take it with me today, because when, oh my god, I didn't even finish telling you about yesterday. Okay, so we're already 3 minutes in and I'm still patting my foundation and this is not good. Not good on the old 8-minute attempt. I'm gonna use, no, I need a lighter. I haven't used my Rodial in a while. This is like a throwback makeup edition, products which I have loved and raved about and then have got excited by something new and then forgotten about. So a bit of a blast from the past. Yeah, so had a wonderful time at Elan Cafe with Hannah, and it's so funny. I was literally saying to her, oh, it's just so easy commuting into London from the Cotswolds. I always try and like sell the Cotswolds to people by boasting about my 58-minute commute if I get the good train. And as it happened, luck-wise, literally having just had that conversation about how easy it was, got to the train station to come back home again, saw that a couple of the trains were slightly delayed, so actually could have got an earlier train that was like just basically got on a train. And then when we were just about to get to the Bicester train station, I've got like a bit of plastic on my face, keeps catching the light, there we go. There was, oh, it's gone down there now. But basically, just as we were about to pull in to Bicester, the train suddenly ground to a halt, and we were basically at a complete standstill for an hour and a half while they fixed a signal failure, and then I was 2 hours later home than I had intended. Charlie had also been out in the day. Where had Charlie been? Oh, this is really sweet. I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin bronzer, which again I haven't used in a little while for some reason because I absolutely love it. It makes such a difference straight away. Charlie was so nicely invited to, so our friends that we met in Mallorca, Phil and Hannah, who you might remember, we went out for dinner with them just before Charlie and I got the flu. We went to time with them, and then they also stayed with us the weekend before that. Their youngest son, Jack, attends a school that is actually not too far from where we live, and this school sounds amazing, a little bit like Hogwarts. They have this like grand room where they have dinners, where the boys and girls, I think maybe it's just boys, yeah, they have their food in this insane room. I just love this NARS orgasm multiple. Yeah, this fabulous like panelled drawing room, dining room, and every now and then the school invites the parents and one friend to join them for a dinner in this amazing room. And it's not a very long evening, it's like 6:30 to 8:30, but the little boy who's the student there has really taken a shine to Charlie, and it's very, very sweet. Charlie's amazing with children, absolutely amazing, and Jack really loves Charlie, so Phil and Hannah asked Charlie if he would like to be their +1, which is so lovely. So Charlie went to that, so he had a lovely evening. The whole time he was there having a lovely evening, I was sat on a train, which is boo-hoo for me. But when I got home, we made Charlie put the pasta on boil, and then I added some of my wild garlic pesto, and I am still garlicky. It is so strong. It is literally the strongest, garlickiest pesto. Do you remember I almost added more garlic? How mental that would have been. Just use a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury highlight. Now let's sort out the brows. I've brushed my teeth 3 times since then and used mouthwash, but this is a very long story because I was literally just telling you why I'm taking my toothbrush with me. So there we go. Considering this was meant to be a really quick makeup look, I've been rambling far too much. This is a very old Tom Ford brow sculptor, and it's just a really nice colour for me. It's shade 02 Taupe. It's literally my exact brow hair. I would say the colour payoff is not the absolute best, but if you want super natural colour, if you just need to add a little bit of depth almost, because of the actual product, it doesn't give you those fine hair-like strokes like the Anastasia Brow Wiz does, for example, but I do like it a lot. I like these days when I play around with stuff that I don't use on a regular basis because it reminds me how much wonderful stuff I've got in here. This actually needs to go in the bin after I use it now because it's so old. This is the Tom Ford Fibre Brow Gel. Yeah, I've got the name right, congratulations. And it's amazing, but I've had this for probably 2.5 years, if not 3 years. It's completely battered. But you know what, actually I'm not going to get rid of it because there's still some product in here. Tom Ford beauty products are very expensive, but boy oh boy do they last. They really do. I'm not going to get rid of that because that is still fantastic. Oh, it's so good. This kind of deposits a little bit of product on your individual brow hairs. So if you want to if you want to add more brow, then that is a superb one. Right, eyeshadow. What eyeshadow have I not used in a while? Haven't used this in a while. Tarte Tartelette in Bloom palette. I love this palette. Again, I haven't used it in ages. I saw a Too Faced palette on Cult Beauty, which had very similar tones to this. How long can you keep an eyeshadow palette? Because I've had this for absolutely ages. Again, pretty sure I had this when we used to live in Clapham, which means it is practically fossilized, at least 3 years old, which is not good. Did I have it in Clapham? Pretty sure I did. I always use the shade Flower Girl within this as the base. It's just a really nice light pink. I do the same makeup look every day. And then Sweetheart is a ever so slightly browny pink. And I pop that on the crease. I wore eyeliner yesterday and I was actually editing the vlog clips on my way home because the train delays, so I just decided to do some editing. I don't think I like how it looked. I don't think I liked the intensity of the eyeliner. So today I'm going to take a little brush. This is the Vive Precise Eyeshadow Packer. And I'm going to take the Rebel colour, which is a warm, slightly reddy brown, and I'm going to press the product into my lash line because maybe that'll give a bit of intensity. I think you're meant to wet the brushes when you do this, aren't you? Without wearing eyeliner. I actually saw a TikTok where the girl was saying she was doing like the perfect under eye concealer, and she said not to put your under eye concealer straight under your eye, like start it here. And that makes sense because that's where eye crease is, straight under the eye. So if you were to give it a bit of leeway, can't tell if this is doing anything or not. Let's maybe add a tiny bit of intensity, but I don't want too much. At this stage, I'm going to pop on some lip balm. Elizabeth Arden 8 Hour. Should have done this sooner. Now that the base is done, Bobbi Brown Serum Radiance Mist. I'm going to take that with me actually. It's nice for just bringing the glow back in the middle of the day. Getting to the stage where I really need to pick up my lash curlers again, because my LVL that I had done before we went to the Maldives is starting to majorly drop. Lasted so long though. This is just the Charlotte Tilbury mascara. Been doing my makeup for 12 minutes. I'm going to go in with another coat of mascara in a second once this one has had a chance to dry. That actually didn't separate my lashes particularly well. In fact, I think that one's getting a bit old. So this is the Merit Beauty mascara, which is a bit fresher. There we go. Right, I'm going to let that all settle in while I do another blast with the hairdryer. Okay, sorry I didn't chat through that because I need to leave in 1 minute, which is just not gonna happen. So I decided to pop my hair up in heatless curls, got 2.5 hours in the car. So they will hopefully set. There we go. I need to get cracking. Oh, I haven't got any lipstick on, but I need to brush my teeth again because garlic breath. darlings, it is many hours later now. It's just gone 5 p.m. and the day is done. We had our road trip, we had the meeting, and this is what I ended up wearing, this lovely, I say lovely, this old Reese dress, and I'm gonna have to take a step back to show you. This ginormous hole appear. Oh my god, I've just made it worse. It's literally, it's quite literally pulling apart at the seams. The dress is falling apart, which happened during our meeting, which was not ideal to say the least. But yeah, so George and Petra are going to be here in a couple of hours, and Charlie's doing dinner when they get here, but I'm quite ravenous, so I'm just going to have a very quick small bowl of orecchiette, a little bit of plain pasta with a tiny bit of my garlic oil, just the oil drizzled on top, because even now, nearly 24 hours later, I still actually feel garlicky from yesterday evening's pesto pasta. But while I'm waiting for the kettle to boil, noisiest kettle in the world, you can probably hear it, I want to unbox something with you that arrived today. And it is a delivery. This is something that I purchased back in, I think, August last year from a company called Dahlia Beach. It's a company that sells dahlias, which are beautiful, beautiful flowers. And I had to join like a secret Facebook group in order to get access to these. I had to join the Facebook group, I had to request to join, and then you have to like write why you feel that you should be part of this community, and then you get accepted if you're lucky, and only then do you have access to buy these dahlias. So it wasn't actually that easy. But how gorgeous is this packaging? Firstly, I think it's absolutely lovely. It's like you're buying a luxury dress or something. It's tissue paper. You're in the Dahlia Beach Club. That is the name of the Facebook group, by the way. It's the Dahlia Beach Club. Welcome to the Dahlia Beach Club and the start of your exciting flower growing adventure. Within this box, the ingredients to create the cut flower garden of your dreams. Ah, I think this is the group of products. Okay, so they do collection. This is amazing. This is literally like being part of a luxury gardeners club. Free admission. What's this? To our pick your own dahlia farm. A pick your own dahlia farm. Where are they? Where are you? No way, it's in Oxfordshire. Oh my gosh. And you know when the postcode is really similar to your own? Garford. Where's Garford? Oh my gosh, it's close to us. That is exciting, and I've got a free admission. Yes. Okay, so I bought this collection. So you can buy individual dahlia tubers or you can buy a collection. And the reason why I got that one is because the colours, where they're a little bit orangey, a little bit warm, they're a bit more autumnal. I, of course, love my, I think it's called Cafe au Lait dahlia, which is the beautiful blush light pink. But I remember last year, oh, my kettle's boiled, that our dahlias stayed in bloom until, was it like October? They were so late blooming. They will basically keep blooming until your first frost, which, I mean, it could even be until December. That is how mad it is. So by end of September, October, I was kind of done with summer colours and I wanted to bring more autumnal colours into the house. So I thought to myself, next year, so I must have bought these in like November then, because I remember I'd had that thought process. I said to myself, next year I'm going to buy autumnal coloured dahlias. So that is exactly what I've done. This is a beautiful booklet, like so highly produced. What a lovely company. I wonder if it's like a family run company. Your checklist for everything that you need. I cannot wait to read through this. Oh, the timeline. Sow your seeds. May to June, plant your plant babies outside after the last frost. May, plant your tubers directly into good quality soil. Lovely, and it's literally step-by-step instructions on how to do your dahlias. And then, can you see it's like all tissue paper. Oh my gosh, they've put free seats in here. I don't think I ordered them, or maybe I did, I can't remember. Oh, how lovely, look at this. So inside, how exciting! The little brown things are the dahlia tubers, and they're all wrapped up with a sweet little label telling you exactly what they're going to be. So that is that one there. Yes, I have got my Amazon light in use, by the way, because it's quite a miserable afternoon. And then I wouldn't have bought these calendula seeds because I know that I've already got some. So these must just be little freebies. Ooh, they're rather lovely. Limonium pink pokers. Great for cutting and drying. So February to April. I know what I'm doing this weekend. How nice are they? Absolutely lovely. Gosh, what a gorgeous collection. And then let's remind myself what's in here. Dahlia Beach Adventure. Do you know what? I'm just going to quickly stick my pasta on. Aha, okay, so this is another collection. I obviously just wasn't bothered about picking individual ones because they're collections. Well, to be honest, there's no such thing as a non-pretty dahlia. This is called the California collection, and this is the next one that I got. How beautiful. You're in the Dahlia Beach Club. Ooh, do I have another free admissions? I do, so I can take someone with me. And another information book. Gorgeous. And then more freebie seeds. We've got Rudbeckia, more Calendula, and Echinacea. I'm not a huge fan of Echinacea, actually. Sorry, Echinacea. Rudbeckia, that's quite nice, autumnal colours. And that Calendula looks a little bit Dahlia-esque, so great. I wonder if they actually think, oh, this person obviously likes orange tones, so let's pop in some orange tone seed. That wouldn't surprise me. How gorgeous. And then once again, little clusters. One of them's come loose, so I don't know what that one is. Of dahlias with a label, so you can see exactly what kind it is. I think, do you remember last year I had them in the pink bedroom while they were sprouting and I ruined the rug in them, much to Charlie's dismay, but never mind. So do you know what, it's 5 p.m. and it's -2 outside. It's crazy. I am not going to take them out to the greenhouse now because I don't want to go outside anymore. I think I'm actually going to run a bath after I've had my pasta, because I'm a little bit sore from yesterday's workout. I know when George and Petra get here, it's probably going to be like all catching up and making dinner, etc. So I think I'm going to end the vlog here, or at least say goodbye to you here, and then probably just show you a few snippets from later on. So my darlings, it's been a 3-day vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it, and happy Mother's Day, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye!